Here's an inequality graphed in the previous lesson. Here's another inequality graphed in the previous lesson. And here's both of these inequalities graphed on the same coordinate plane. We now have what's called a system of inequalities. Well, in a system of inequalities, we're looking for points that are common to the shaded areas for both inequalities, because of course the shaded areas represent the solution sets. So the points that are common to both shaded areas represent the solution set for a system of inequalities. And like the x and the y-axis that divides our coordinate plane into 4 parts called quadrants, our two inequalities, represented by the green dotted line and the red line, divide this coordinate plane into 4 parts. One part is blank up at the top. It represents the points that are solutions to neither of the inequalities. Then as we go counterclockwise, in the upper left we have a part only shaded green, because those points are only solutions to the green inequality. Then in the lower left, you see the checkerboard area, both red and green, because that's our solution set. The points that are solutions to both inequalities. And finally, on the right side of our coordinate plane, the points are just shaded red. Those points are only solutions to the red inequality. And often, for emphasis to make it real clear, we shade it in solid. In this case, I've used purple. And of course, we have the purple area bounded by a solid portion of the red line, which I've now changed to purple. That's actually known as a ray. And then on the other side, the green line remains dotted because that's the boundary of our solution set, but that part is not part of the solution set. If we reverse the sense of the inequality, in this case of the green inequality, we have a similar situation but slightly different. Now our points that are common to neither inequality are on the upper left, and the lower left is red, only common to the red inequality. Our solution set, the checkerboard area, is on the right side of our coordinate plane, and then near the top it's only green because those points are only solutions to the green inequality. I think the checkerboard shows the solution set pretty well, and we won't bother by shading it solid for emphasis. I think it's clear the solution set represented in this graph. Now we'll look at a couple of special cases that are represented by parallel lines. Well, first of all, we have a pair of parallel lines that have no common solution. Now we've changed one of these from an equation to an inequality. Y is greater than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 6. And we've tested, and the shading needs to go above the line. Then we changed the blue to y is less than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 1. And we've tested, and the shading needs to go below the blue line. And while there's a lot of points shaded, there's still no point that the two inequalities have in common. So just as it was when they were equations and there was no common solution, there's no common solution for these two inequalities, so we use the empty set symbol to show that there's no solution. But now we reverse the sense of the inequality for the blue, and we get y is greater than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 1, cause the blue shading to go in the other direction, and we realize that all of the points shaded green are part of the points that are shaded blue. So the common solution is identical to the solution for the green inequality. And for emphasis, we'll shade that all in purple, and there's our solution set for this system. But now we reverse the sense of the inequality of the green inequality, and we realize that the part of this graph that's common to both is the part in between the parallel lines. So we shade that in for emphasis. So the purple shaded area plus the green line and the blue line represents the solution set for this system of inequalities. And another possible situation occurs if we reverse the sense of the blue inequality one more time so that the shading goes down, and now all of the solution set for the blue line is included in the solution set for the green line. So the common solution is all of the points below the blue line and the blue line itself. Graphing a system of inequalities is much like graphing a system of equations. Unless there is no common solution at all, the common solutions to a system of inequalities will be an infinite set of points. Graphing is a very good way to show the common solutions.